must have done 100 shifts on those watchtowers. Never saw so much third-born blood under them.
We make a good squad.
dream scourge is getting worse. First our land. If we don't put a stop to it, we're looking at the end of the living lands. I keep trying, and the world keeps punishing me for it. As if the dream scourge wasn't enough of a problem, the Adirans are profiting off our misfortune. They haven't come to help us. They're here to exploit our weakness. The Steel Garrote are a weapon. Who do you think wields them? It's too bad. We're fighting for our... I've been better, if you hadn't noticed. My apologies for acting cynical, but I don't appreciate being backed into a corner. Pleasant dreams.
Listening to Yatsley's thoughts about godless ruins is one thing. Bringing her along for the rest of the trip is something else. Right. Soap is useful sometimes, but I don't pour it in my drinks. If she's read anything about the garden, it was written centuries ago. Obviously, things have changed since then. Bothered? Pedraku. It's my job to guide you as safely as possible. What you're doing isn't safe. I'll go along with whatever you decide. Just don't be disappointed when she doesn't show you what you wanted to see. Anyway. You too. I suppose if you're on a wild goose chase, at least I know how to Yatsley. How come the answers are... I just want to make sure we've covered all the options. I'm sure we'll be fine. Anyway. Pleasant dreams.
Yatsley, when all of this... Despite... In many... Oh, she's an expert. While I have your attention, why is Inquisitor Ludwine suddenly... She's a smart one. Well, we should be ready for anything. You too. I don't... Finally, I had... Sorry. I'll be sure to wave a little red flag next time, so you know. I used to think I had it all figured out. But the Living Lands proved me wrong in so many ways. This entire island is the All we're missing is the juggling act. Maybe I'm being melodramatic, or maybe I'm not used to seeing things clearly. But what if Animancy has no future in the Living Lands? If a breakthrough is coming, it'd better hurry. I can't wait forever. You're a good listener as always, but I've taken enough of your time. I'm not the first Animancer to question her life choices. Thanks for talking.
For the camp of an official Adiran envoy, I was expecting a little more. A proper bed, at least. But I suppose this will do for now. As long as you have a bath, of course. I always ask nicely. But as riveting as it is to complain about our accommodations, I imagine you have another top... I'm the only buyer you'll find here. A lesson for next time, darling. It's always worth some headache. Unfortunately, it's been quite some time since I've met, and I imagine I'd be more knowledgeable on the subject than anyone else you could find. Technically, yes. Well, it set me on the path, at least. When I got my first grimoire as a child, I was trying out some of the fancy new spells I'd been given. I was attempting a simple illusion spell, but I must have slurred my words. The next thing I know, everything was on fire. That was my assumption as well. Barrett's balls. It's nice to know I won't have to dumb things down with you. What is childhood but for silly things? When else can you get away with arson? My father was able to pull me from the flames as my mother doused them. I burned myself badly enough to give myself some vivid dreams, but the house still stood at the end. Of course. Now I only burn those that deserve it, like mosquitoes and university administrators. The only lasting damage was my burn mark and the dreams. Nightmares are still dreams, Envoy. Just not ones you'd recommend to others. They're not nearly as enjoyable as my more, provocative dreams. Oh. Well, just be sure to have a quick release knot if you ever make that fantasy reality. Someone should learn from my mistakes. I certainly have no intention to.
Goodness, we're feeling very honest today, aren't we?
As delightful as you are, we've much to do and less time to do it in. Shall we go?
This place was bad enough before. Ah, yes. That probably serves.
What do you need? Until next time. Thirdborn. If it weren't for the Leviathan skeleton in the middle of town, I'd hardly recognize the place. Well, that's what I'm trying to nail down. You ever come back to a place and feel... And home just wasn't the same. Thirdborn was always this rugged oasis. Dangerous and out of the way, but bursting with vitality. It was a harbor for larger-than-life types. People like Capo, the Leviathan Slayer, and Tama. Glory seekers, trophy hunters, warriors trying to leave their battles behind. People who built around their stories and their scars. Me too. Being back. It felt like we were watching Thirdborn die a slow death. Yeah, but I thought age was supposed to bring wisdom. Something to balance out the back pains and creaky knees. I think what's eating at me is that Thirdborn seems rudderless. The Dream Scourge is one threat. Conflict with Adir is another. The Living Lands is changing, and Thirdborn feels like a barnacle on a moving ship. Temeriti's leading them as best she can, but towards what? And right now, they're drifting. Yeah. What about you? You were sent by your emperor. Since then, you've died, met a secret god, and gotten swept up in tensions between your empire and our scatter. Between releasing Egwolf and thwarting the Steel Garrote and Emerald Stair, you've opposed your empire's interests. Do you know what you're sailing towards, or are you drifting with the tides? That kind of clarity is rare. Your Emperor's lucky to have you. Thanks for talking. I hope Thirdborn is able to find... I can take watch. I'll be up a while anyway.
best food you've eaten. Go.
Fury and root hog ribs.
Really?
Seeds of change. Their petals sprout across the barren land. They sing to the unwanted ones, and the unwanted ones sprout in turn. The soil remembers what it once was. It will soon be whole, safe. The soil does not want these cities. It yearns for silence, for the kestrel song. But first, the sprouted ones will grow. They will bring the stillness and the bird song. The dam falls. The river returns to its source. It is how the land was, and we want all of them gone. Efforts paid in blood. They lie to. Death nourishes the soil. The spider devours her. We ponder.
This place feels like a nightmare made real.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blood, fire, and a spooky night. You do take me to all the best places, Envoy.
Water's precious here, but I don't think that's why they locked it.
Looks like it's got some missing parts. Oh, I can't wait to see what it makes.
Invaders in the garden!
I'm sick!
I was just getting warmed up.
No self-respecting scientist would leave everything behind like this, unless they found something new to study.
Right. Who's going first? There are worse things.
If you insist.
Drain tunnels. Now I'm worried about who's locked them up.
There is only the greenery. Oh, so alone.
But that simply is itself. Red petals. Red petals.
Yahtzee, remind me not to make you mad.
used to quiet.
What do you want from us? Gods take me. You're a real person, not a dream thrall.
That's a fallacy. Dream thralls are derived from real people, you idiot.
Ignore them. Are you the envoy, by any chance?
We heard that you speak with the voice of the Emperor, that you come in the name of the Empire.
So you must be acquainted with Captain Weemgar, then. That's fortuitous. We're naturalists who created a small settlement here after Adir ordered us to study the crystal spiders of the living lands.
We should have fled. The local adherents warned us this venture was doomed, but we ignored them. Then some of our people became afflicted.
We sequestered the infected away. But one of them turned in the night, causing a fire that swept through the area. We came to this cave, saving who and what we could with Captain Weemgar's help. But he said we needed to kill our affected companions. The Steel Garrote is very clear about whether Dream Thralls can be permitted to live.
Gods, I wish we never had.
We originally came here to study the spiders, but when our colleagues turned, we had no choice but to take on a new field of research.
We thought we could save them.
Our experiment results do not hold much promise, to say the least.
How can you speak so clinically? My brother, your husband, is one of them.
I'm a pragmatist. We need your help, Envoy. Kill the Dream Thralls for us. That way Weemgar will have no reason to turn us away.
Are you a fool? The Steel Garrote won't care. They'll kill us if they know we're alive.
Not if the Envoy euthanizes the Dream Thralls for us.
You're joking. Those are our friends, your husband, and my brother. No, just ask Weemgar for provisions. We only need supplies. I know he has provided for us before, but we need more. We're too hungry to think straight. Once we have the right provisions, we can decide what to do next.
I have one. There's no hope for us, after all. You could kill us. Let's be realistic. We're damned either way. Might as well end it cleanly.
What are you talking about, you lunatic?
Even if the Envoy got Weemgar to protect us, there's no guarantee his words will mean anything to the Steel Garrote. They might still decide we're infected. Worse, they might decide we're trying to infect other Adirans.
Then we'll just take the provisions and...
And what? They'll still run out. We're going to die. It's just a matter of whether it's by starvation or the Steel Garrote's hand. No. Better we just end it here. Envoy, put us out of our misery.
She doesn't speak for us. Kill her if you must, but the rest of us will leave this cave and never look back.
This one's mine.
We came to the steel... It was certainly the desired outcome. But given what we've seen...
How can you speak so clinically?
I'm a
I know. Once we have the right provisions, we can decide what to do next.
Why wouldn't I be? That thing isn't my Halfor anymore. He's... Another sentimental moron. I'm trapped here forever with him, I swear.
Oh, shut up!
Know it. Doom is waiting.
Have you ever been to the...
Singing sand. We feel the The teeth and the dunes roll before us. We have questions still. A lion kneels, a blight before it, spells and suspicion at its back. What ruled the land alone now seeks the safety of the pride. Will the hunter forswear its ways when it has scented blood? We feel the people of Thirdborn huddle together in the dark. We smell desperation, panic. Then, the seasons change. They turn to each other. A spark. A name the Akita used, now lost to time. We touch. What do you know of this? For years, we watched the Akita share their food and tie their hands. Gifts, promises. Why do they undertake these rituals? Still, the word eludes our grasp. Perceive the ocean in a drop. Do its waves sing to you? Spring turned to winter. A soul torn from its rightful home. This we understand. New leaves breach the impenetrable clay. A bush unfurls amid the suffering and strife and blooms. Nothing should live here. How can it sprout? From what well does it spring? Four arms build together, a fence made stronger. Peace restored. We have learned much. Dream of shimmering scales as you rest.
What can I do for you, Envoy? Ah, you know then. I figured this would happen sooner or later. I can't risk discussing this with you further. Please, just know that they and their caretakers must stay in that cave. Gods, has it gotten so? Kill our sick or die ourselves. The Inquisitor didn't say as much directly, but the import was clear enough. I'll only say I'm sorry you've been brought in on the secret. The fewer who know, the safer we all are. I appreciate knowing that. Thank you. Tell me, are the infected still alive? We can only hope. That means a lot to us. Thank you. Please don't let this trouble you any further. I'll take care of them from here. Certainly. For all they've been through down in the dark, I'll make it happen. Godspeed and...
Time to dig another grave.
I can't do this. I can't do this.
God, I hate this posting.
This isn't a place to just stand around. This isn't a place to just stand around.
There's no going home after this. Not really. What have we gotten ourselves into?